Hi lovelies, this is Sheree from Divine Visions. I'm bringing you your twin flame soulmate reading for June. We're going to be having a look at the masculine, feminine energies that we normally look into, and as a lot of you already know, I do say he for masculine, she for feminine, regardless of what gender you may be. Now let's have a look at the Divine Tarot cards. First up, I'm going to look at the masculine energies, and I just want to say happy birthday to Gemini and Cancers watching today. And also we've got the full moon. We just had the Gemini new moon at the beginning of June, and that was really kind of chaotic energy, but it was kind of like a light, carefree kind of energy coming through, and we are moving into a full moon in Sagittarius at I think it's on the 16th, 17th of June, which is just awesome because to me, as we know, the full moons are all about releasing what no longer serves us in our life. And Sagittarius is very optimistic. It pushes forward. It's very passionate. And it's also very dreamy, philosophical, all those kinds of things. So we're looking at getting rid of and eliminating all those things that no longer serve us, but we're doing it with our eyes wide open, our arms wide open, because it's almost like, oh, thank God, it's a relief. I now can let go of this. I don't have to deal with this anymore. I'm happy for this cycle to come to an end and this chapter to end, and I'm now looking forward to a new beginning, a fresh start. So, but let's have a look, though. What's going on with the masculine this June? What is going on with the masculines this June? Because there's a lot of different energies happening around us right now. Some have had quite intense energies around them, but it's a transition, as we know, to move away from the old and bring in the new. So this is what it's all about, really. All right, let's have a look. A lot of healing going on still. Okay, so the masculine energy. What is going on for you guys? What's going on with your masculine? You may be a twin flame, soulmate partnership here going on. Let's have a look. So, regardless of what your label is, it's going to be for the masculine, okay, this part. Where is the masculine currently at right now this June? 5 of water. Okay, the 5 of cups. This normally represents in the tarot. I created these cards, so I've done all the elements. 5 of water, we can see a mermaid down on the bottom of the lake or the creek or the ocean, okay, wherever it may be that she is. And we see that she is feeling quite sad. She's got her eyes closed. She's feeling really quite lonely. There might be a lot of regret and remorseful feelings here. What I get with this card and what it normally means is that somebody feels rejected, okay? The divine masculines are perhaps, because it's their current energy that we're feeling, are feeling rejected, are feeling left out in the cold, are feeling like they've just been shunned or pushed aside in some kind of way. They're regretting something. And now the 6 of Earth is a very generous card. So okay. This is someone who takes care of others. So the divine masculine may have wanted to sort of bring like somebody under their wing, take care of a situation or take care of someone. It could be the divine feminine, and have been rejected in some way. Okay, it feels like they have offered something that's been rejected here. They've been rejected, or they feel like a fool because they have gone and offered something to someone and it's been like a slap in the face. That's what I'm feeling from this. Because when we look at this as well, this is like Mother Earth, the nurturing kind of energy. And we've got the warmth of the home inside, okay? So it's like that caring, nurturing kind of role. And it is a feminine aspect here, like also that the divine masculine doesn't feel nurtured, does not feel that he's receiving this also, because this is a give and take card. This is about good karma. It's about the balancing of karma, and it's about the giving and receiving of this generous spirit. And he's not feeling this. He's feeling quite sad. He's feeling that he's not receiving this. Okay, this is a 10 of Earth. security. It's leaving a legacy behind. He's feeling that he's failed in some way. He's not able to reach this this level of security. Being able to, maybe there's some divine masculines that have actually had this, right, ready to offer to the divine feminine, this security, even if it's a physical home to share with the divine feminine, or it could be commitment. Being the Ten of Earth, it's all about family, and it can be monetary as well, like it's about money, finances, security, investments, that kind of thing. But it's also, once again, the home. I'm seeing the Mother Earth with the home here, the warmth, this kind of feels, or maybe that with this feeling here, it's something that just didn't come true for this divine masculine. He's wanted and has been wanting to build this up and grow something towards this security, perhaps even in his own life. But I do feel like it's with the divine feminine. So this is something that's definitely been a delay. There's been a change in direction with the Wheel of Fortune, which is also a karmic kind of energy. It's about fate moving towards a new destiny, but it's also that fate, destiny, I should say, has changed. The wheel towards, the wheel of destiny has changed now. So what it is saying is that there's been delays in this. It's been like a spanner in the works. It's almost like this wheel has had something going through, like a spanner, to stop it from turning. And it's now like almost like a stagnant kind of feeling, like, now what the hell, what the hell do I do now? Where do I go now? And he's becoming into the King of Air energy now, where he's now at this regretful period and feeling sad, but is going to also, in his mental space, be really quite rigid, quite brutal with his energy. It's almost like it's now turning into this kind of energy where he is just down the line. It's black and white, okay? There's something going on there with him. Yeah, because we have the Emperor as well. I don't remember how that came out, I'm sorry. But the Emperor is showing me with the King that he's not mucking around. There's something he's cutting out of his life. As I said, we are coming into the Sagittarius full moon energy of letting something go, but it's going to be done in not a nasty way. I don't feel he's doing that. I don't feel like he's lashing out as such, but it is doing it for the sake of, well, he needs to look after himself. He needs to look after his own heart, his own space. He feels heartbroken, actually. But there is this feeling of needing to get tough and take control. Okay, that's what the Emperor does. That's what the kings do. They take control. There is going to be this, there is this current energy of being sad and even in their beds, like they might not be leaving their bed for a while. There's things like that going on there where they're feeling quite down that something did not eventuate like the way they had planned in their minds. And now they're thinking, okay, I've got to make a plan. I've got to put a plan in place regarding this. So let's have a look at how are they perceiving their divine feminine right now. The Fool. See how she's about to fall off that cliff? She's got her blindfold on and she's about to leap into the unknown, but he's seeing her as like a fool, somebody who has taken a risk, somebody who's ready to maybe land flat on their face. I don't know. This is something how he's perceiving the divine feminine right now, because there's secrets here, okay? The moon is all about what's going on behind the surface. As I said, he feels like there's this sadness, like a slap in the face. It's almost like some brutal shock or change has happened in his life. Maybe she said something to him. Maybe she's backed off from him. There's some kind of rejection going on. And he's like, well, you're a fool for not wanting me, And this is how I'm feeling, this attitude of the king coming out, right? So he's like, oh, yeah, well, look what you're missing out on, And she's like, we're going to get to her in a minute, what she's thinking. But he's seeing her as the fool. And he's not necessarily seeing everything that's going on, or he's starting to see. But maybe he's starting to see, because this can be about secrets, can be about being confused. It can be very much about, what am I saying? It's the intuition, okay, being really in tune with what's going on. But being reversed, I do feel that there are some things that, yes, he might be starting to see, okay, because we are talking about how he's perceiving her. But I do also see that he feels or sees that this divine feminine is hiding some things from him. Not necessarily coming forward. She's not necessarily letting go of this. It's a survival There's some action that she's taken that might be foolish. That's what he's seeing. But he sees that she's had to do that for survival, to protect herself in some way. She's protecting herself because this divine masculine has hurt her also in the past. This is a journey that's been going on between the two of them for quite some time, back and forth, okay? And there has been some kind of energy right now with him where it's almost like he's gotten some karma back, if that makes sense, because we're looking at the Six of Earth, the karma. He's gotten some of his karma back from the divine feminine, it feels, but he's looking at her like she's the fool. She's the one that's, you know, starting to reveal certain things about herself, but he also sees that she's not giving up completely. Even if they say they have, he's feeling that she hasn't. There's like this, there's a last hurdle for her to get over. And, oh my God, he sees that this is the worst card you can get in the deck. He sees that shit has hit the fan, like the storm has been brewing. This person's been brewing and stewing on stuff. Okay, so he sees that the divine feminine is reacting out of a foolish nature. She's not happy with something. She's lashed out. And he sees that she feels that she's had to do that, okay, as a last resort as well. Right, so interesting. And then we got the sun reversed. So he's still yet to see, or he's seeing that she's still yet to see the light at the end of the tunnel regarding this particular situation, okay? Maybe she foolishly jumped into something and jumped to a conclusion, or, you know, it's like this feeling of impulsively lashing out, and he's gotten burnt from that. Now let's have a look. I'm going to put these back together. Let's have a look at the challenge the divine masculine is currently undergoing. What challenge is the divine masculine currently undergoing? Ten of Water. Now this is the ultimate emotional commitment. You can see the mermaid and the merman hugging each other, and they're just in love and they're in their bliss, and that's what this Ten of Water is about. But being reversed, his challenge is that he can't get to this point of that emotional fulfillment and, you know, contentment. It feels to me that this is definitely a challenge for the divine masculine to get to this point. I think they've wanted it. There's obviously a chemistry there. There's obviously a new inspiration coming through, but it feels like this is a challenge for the divine masculine to actually find this inspiration. Excuse me, that incense. Because there's still secrets, okay? Either he's hiding secrets as well. He's not that forthcoming to the divine feminine either. So he's having a hard time being transparent, okay, about his moves or his actions or what he's done in the past, but he's also finding it very difficult to trust the divine feminine and move forward on this pathway with her that he wanted to, right? Because of what's happened with the rejection. She's rejected him. I've got the King of Fire. He's angry. He's angry. He's pissed off, right? He's pissed off because, and frustrated because he can't, he just feels like he's been blindsided. There feels like there's been this secrets, deception, perhaps some kind of betrayal, but he doesn't understand. Some of these divine masculines don't understand that the karmic journey, which is, where is it? Which is this one here. Oh, where are you? This one, the Six of Earth. It's a tit for tat. It's a back and forth thing. They're both doing it. Okay, they've both hurt each other, and it may not necessarily be a tit for tat. I feel like the divine feminines are perhaps self-protective. Okay, they're self-protective, and they've done something where they've rejected him in some way. And he's feeling really hurt by that and pissed. Okay, so his challenges here, in the Tower moment, my God, this is where everything's crumbling around him, his life. He didn't see this coming. He didn't see this coming, but it's a hidden blessing in disguise because it had to happen for a reason. Something was getting in the way. So it feels to me like when we look at this, his challenges are of opening up emotionally, seeing the opportunity, seeing the blessing in disguise in this whole situation, that it had to occur how it has because something had to shift. Now, when the Tower comes through, it's telling you change has to happen. The way you've been going is not working, right? So the change has to happen. Sometimes it'll be a catalyst. Sometimes it'll be another person that comes into the mix, or some other kind of challenge that really tests the connection, okay? This is what's going on here as well. Now, let's see. How is he feeling for his divine feminine right now? So even though he's currently feeling all these things, he's feeling the judgment. He's looking into the lessons. He's looking into the karmic role that each have played in each other's lives. This is also breakthrough. This is also a rebirth, okay? So let's see what else it says. Yeah, the Five of Fire is definitely someone who's... yeah, this is definitely conflict. All the fives are challenges and conflict, but being reversed, I mean, you can see these two knights trying to fight with each other and they're competing, etc. But what we see, I'm just going to take my coffee, this incense is going down my throat. I love my nag champa. Okay, we've got Five of Fire, reversed, which means that, you know, I feel like the fight is being given up. He doesn't want to fight with the divine feminine. He doesn't want that anymore. Right? He's got to try and be strong. But this is how he feels for her. He has a very strong connection, obviously, with her. Let's see what else this is. Yeah, he's definitely tied to the divine feminine. We have the divine feminine who he feels very strongly for. As we saw before in the very beginning, he feels he has to be a protector of some sort, overlooking her. But he's pissed at the moment because he thought that he was on that way. Something's happened. Some betrayals occurred. Something's happened where there's been some kind of a definite separation. And so what this is that he feels that he has to juggle all these things in his life. Like, he feels that he's back to square one, basically. And that he's also feeling that he doesn't want to, on one hand, he doesn't, well, right now, he doesn't want to work with her. He doesn't want to be a team player in this because there's trust issues now. Right? And he's breaking the bond, like he's breaking the toxic ties that were together. He doesn't want to fight. He's giving up on that now. So he's being strong, right? He's trying to be strong and look at his other priorities in life. Doesn't want to work on this with her right now. He's got some own issues of his own to sort out, his own addictions, his own shadow self, right, to work out. But he definitely wants to break that unhealthy tie. And what does he actually want with the divine feminine? So overall, I make such a mess with these cards. What does he actually want with his divine feminine? Now, this is the twin flame card, usually, the Four of Fire. It's all about, because you see the four candles, 1111, which is the twin flame number. Now, this usually represents stability, the foundations. There's no strong foundation right now at the moment, okay? What happens when a candle is upside down? You know, it's going to the wax is going to pour out and the fire's going to go out, the flame's going to go out. That's how I see this, right, from the cards I created. Now, what do they want from each other? What does he want from her? He's not feeling stable in this connection. He wants this to be, well, he definitely wants a friendship still with the divine feminine. He definitely still wants to have a very strong, loyal bond with the divine feminine, because whatever's happened here is not necessarily the truth of what this, it's not what the relationship stands for. This is some shit that's gotten in between, okay, the two of you, that is just to clear up old karma, to clear up old shit once and for all, right, to break those damn patterns. But this is what he wants, is to have this family, because the threes are very much about that social networking. It's like a network. It's like the strong friendships. It's close friendships, but it's also very much can be like your soul tribe. And this is what he wants with his divine feminine, is that close, light-hearted, carefree kind of, this happiness that you once shared together where it was all laughs and you could joke around and you're on the same page. He wants that. The Lovers reversed. This could be very much to do with the Gemini. I don't even remember the other cards I've seen here. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to check through them because it is important to me. So this could be a Leo that you're dealing with, or divine masculine. It's a Leo. We've got Gemini here. We've got Capricorn. Just quickly doing this because I like to do this. Can't remember what the Fool is. I don't think the Fool's... The Moon is Pisces or Cancer. So we are looking at Gemini Cancer for June. So it's significant to those of you who are those signs anyway. Okay, so that's important. Now we've got, once again, the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So somebody... This is definitely very strong for anyone who's got Gemini strongly in their charts, okay? The Emperor is an Aries. The Sun could be Leo. Once again, Leo's come up twice. So we've got Leo and Gemini that's definitely come up twice here, but it's not necessarily... I mean, if you're not a Gemini or a Leo, it doesn't matter. It still is relevant, okay? It might still be relevant. Now, what he wants to see, the Lovers card, he's not open to love right now. He doesn't want it, right? He's not wanting it, and he needs to be able to take some time out for himself. Now, the Four of Earth is usually somebody who holds on too tightly to things and not letting go of anything out of fear, usually. And being reversed, I feel like he doesn't want to necessarily shut off to the divine feminine, but he's not wanting this, his hopes and everything have been really just dimmed now. He doesn't feel that this is going anywhere, that he doesn't want to work on this path. He feels quite hopeless in it and helpless. So that's something he doesn't want. He does want the connection still. He wants it to be light. He wants it to be like that friendship zone only. So what do they want from the other? We've done that one. So what do each of you... Okay, what does the divine masculine need to surrender? Oh, my God, did you just see that? I don't know if you saw that, but surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. I do feel that some of these divine masculines have been praying over the situation. They need to believe, believe that this can happen. Surrender to what is. They're in denial, okay? Some divine masculines don't want to believe this. They want to bury their head in the sands. It says flow with what is instead of fighting it. See, it says be open, don't resist, let go of any resistance. So don't fight this. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it will bring you, exactly as it is, will bring you peace. So the divine masculines are asked to accept what's happening, right? Just accept it. You can't change it. You can't run away from it either, right? They can't run away from it, but they can't necessarily pretend it's not happening. It is what it is at the moment, and not saying they can't do anything. They can. If they choose to resist it, they're only going to cause more pain for themselves, okay, and the connection. What they need to do is accept it and try to believe in the miracles that can occur in this, with healing and everything that's needed. What action will the divine masculines take? They're letting go. And this is really good. The butterfly is transformation, okay? Now, they may not necessarily be letting go of the connection, especially if you're twin flames, you can let go. You have a will. You have free will. You can let go and not deal with crap, or, if this is not something you feel that you're resonating with right now in your life with your twin flame, you may not be on the same page. You may have your individual karmic shit to deal with, right? And if that's the case, and if some divine masculines and divine feminines are going to be in soulmate connections, they're going to be in karmic relationships, they're going to go back to karmic relationships because they've got more lessons to learn or whatever it might be, right? But what the divine masculine's doing is actually letting go. There's some kind of spiritual lesson in this. I do feel that they have, and they will have, through this, whatever's happened between the two of them, right? This that has put him into this place of sadness and regret and remorsefulness. He's going into that. He's also then going to go into this hardcore fucking badass, they call it, energy, right? Of someone who's not to be fucked with, basically. He's going to be getting his, well, he could be classified as arrogant. You know, this could come across as real arrogance. Like, not many people are attracted to this, but he feels he has to be like that for his own self-preservation, for his own self-esteem, whatever it is. He's laying down a hard line. But as I said, it's not going to be a really nasty energy. It's not like he's lashing out. He just has to do that. But he may come across as very arrogant, okay? But it's just a self-protection thing. So the death thing here now is that he's learning the spiritual lessons. We've got the spiral on the skull, right, which represents the life, universal life force energy. It's the universal feminine energy, actually. And it's just explaining, like, can explain that there's, like, when we look at things, it can be no beginning, no end, that kind of thing as well. So it's kind of like it just spirals and spirals. Life is like that. Life is fluid. The butterfly equals transformation, which means there is a transition that the masculines are going through this month, which represents that they are moving on from past toxic shit. We saw the devil reversed, which means that there's he's not going to be shackled down by anything that's heavy. Maybe addictions he's giving up on or getting help with. There might be boundaries he's putting up to people who are taking too much of his time and energy. There's definitely a hard line being drawn, okay, with this particular energy. What other action is he going to take? Yeah, so even though he's doing that, he's not necessarily feeling that he's victorious, okay? So the Six of Wands, which it would normally be, Six of Fire, is somebody who's elated, like they're moving forward in life, there's success, they're overcoming obstacles, they're achieving things. And he's not necessarily feeling that he's on top of the world achieving things, even though he's letting go and moving forward. He's still going to have some kind of heavy feeling that he's carried, but it's going to be a lesson, okay? Okay, so what spiritual guidance or action is the divine masculine guided to take around this? Okay, divine masculines, what guidance? Wow, look at this. And I see this as the Pisces energy too, guys. So it could be a Pisces you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a Pisces, it may be that some divine masculines are choosing to let go of a Pisces. It may be that they are a Pisces and they're just letting go of something. So I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. And once again, I just want to say, you don't have to be a Pisces. This is for everybody. Every divine masculine that's letting go, okay? So the guidance for them is to let go and allow their emotions to be felt. Allow the flow of those emotions, stop resisting, stop holding on. Because divine masculines especially, the masculine energy is about being tough, is about being in control, it's about being strong, it's about pushing shit down and getting on with it, right? But no, this is saying don't do that. Accept what is, right? Accept what is and feel it and move through it. Heal, allow yourself to heal from something finally. And let it go. There's a pattern the divine masculines have been going over and over again, and this is why I feel like it's come up for the divine masculines and the divine feminines. Something's occurred where she's really freaking lashed out and put him down, right, under the thumb. She's told him what for. She's put him in his place, basically. And he doesn't like that, but it is a real, it's a reality check for them, okay? It's about karmic, it's about past karma stuff. It's about balancing out past karma for a new beginning. Now, let's have a look at the 5D message. What does the divine masculines want to say to the twin flame or soulmate right now? What do they want to say to the divine feminine? I just say divine for soulmates in this one. In the normal twin flame readings, it's divine feminine, right? So, but it can be for anybody. So, divine masculine, what do you want to say to your divine feminines, your 5D message? We were mirroring each other. Okay, that's one message you wants to come out with. Let's have a look. All right, there it is. It fell down. All right, hang on. Fear held me back. This is what he's saying, is that Fear held him back from moving forward and possibly committing, because we saw the house, like that house, 10 of earth is security, moving forward to that family kind of security and legacy and, yeah, just all that stuff together, being able to provide something. That's what he felt like he was looking after her or trying to move forward in that. But fear held him back from achieving that. For some reason, the Divine Feminines are pissed. This is what I'm picking up on with this already. It'll be really interesting to see what comes up next. But he's saying his 5D self is we were mirroring each other. We both had fear. We were both mirroring and reacting to each other's fears. And that's what's going on there. So, the temporary outcome, the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. This is Divine Masculine, who may be a Virgo. And it's talking about the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit, it's self-explanatory, goes within. It's an introspection. It's introspection. It's a time to go within, to seek the answers, to meditate, to contemplate, to find the higher meaning to something, right? To find that light. See how he's standing? You probably can't see it properly, but he's standing with the fire, the staff with the fire on it, and it's leading the way. And what I feel being reversed is that they may take some time to get to that insight. Even though we see the spiritual lesson and a letting go, there's still something they don't really want to put much energy onto. They don't want to. So this is very interesting. This is something that you're very focused on intently. It's big concentration on something. It could be study, it could be researching of something. I feel that the Divine Masculines don't need to. That's what I'm getting very strongly right now as I'm tuning in, is that, okay, they may not necessarily want to, but they're going to, I feel, go through this letting go process. And it's through that tough energy that we saw with the King of Air. Okay, it's that tough energy that he needs to come into to stand his ground, to be strong with somebody and say back off or enough already, and he's trying to learn his lessons his own way. Especially if it's a twin flame connection, they do reflect back to the other what they need to clear up in their life, what patterns or addictions they need to get rid of, or karmic shit they need to get rid of. And they need to do it alone sometimes. And they do feel alone, and they do feel sorry, and they, you know, there's this sadness right here. So he's coming into a place of letting go. He's coming into a place of that spiritual death. Okay, there's karmic shit that he's releasing. And what's happening is the Hermit is showing, and also this is that this clarity and the moving on is coming on very strong for this Divine Masculine this June. He's deciding to move away from something. He's had a higher epiphany, and it's not going to take that much effort for him to do. That's what I'm seeing there. Now, let's have a look just quickly. I want to see. What is this all around? So he's going to rebuild his life, okay? He's rebuilding himself, actually, I'm getting. It's like an identity, his own identity. He has to rebuild himself, okay? So he has had that tower moment coming through. Something's happened where a soulmate or a divine feminine, like a twin flame, has held the mirror up and shown him something he needs to let go of, or, let go of and seriously change in his life. And he's going to do it, okay? So it doesn't necessarily mean that these guys, you guys' separation right now are going to get back together or anything like that, but he definitely doesn't want to let go of the whole connection. He's just not able to emotionally deal with romance, with love, that kind of thing right now. So I hope that's really helped you guys. And so we're going to look at the Divine Feminine energies now. So we're looking at the Divine Feminine. I'm using the Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards, John Holland, and we're just going to see what is going on with them right now regarding this connection. See if it's got the same kind of energy that's happening regarding him, because this Divine Masculine is seriously going through some, a lot of internal changes right now. And the Divine Feminines, it's going to be interesting to see what they're doing. All right, Divine Feminines. What's going on for the Divine Feminines right now, please? This This is a twin flame soulmate. So divine feminine. Let's have a look, girls and guys, whoever you are and whatever you identify yourself as being. This is the nurturing aspect of the connection. The receptive. Okay. Where is the divine feminine currently at now, please? Oh my lordy lord. Okay, guys, this is the 5 of Pentacles, and this is the feeling alone card. Now, the divine masculines had the 5 of Water, which is the 5 of Cups, and that's sadness, regret, feeling rejected, etc. This is also feeling rejected. Both of you are feeling down rejected. There's a real sadness coming through for the two of you. I feel like crying. It's so sad. Oh my God. I really do. I'm feeling the energy. It's just so strong. Like he's feeling really heavy and burdened by that emotional, it's an emotional burden on the heart chakra. But the divine feminines are feeling it in their physical life as well. They're feeling lonely. They're feeling alone. They're feeling, it's like that being kicked out of a home kind of feeling. It's just really feeling like they've just been shunned also. So both of them have done this to each other. See how she's looking at the moon? And the full moon it is as well. And we're coming into a full moon in Sagittarius, which was saying was all about that optimism and hope. It's like she's looking at it with hope. She's got her guiding light with her, her lamp, to guide her the way. We've got water, which represents the emotion. It's kind of curving around. So she's trying to get to this home, this shelter across from there, right? But how I kind of see it too is that the divine masculine's probably in that home, and she's looking out towards the home and wanting to be with him, but she knows that she can't be, and she has to, as the full moon is signifying, she has to, for now, let it go. Let's see where else she is. Yes, look at this. Oh my God. This is the death card like he got. This is release. She has to release herself from this now. This is her current energy. She's going through a transformation currently. So yes, she's in the corner licking her wounds basically because she's not in a good place. Even financially, she might not be in a good place. Even physically in her life with her home, there might be issues, especially if you were living together or if there's some kind of being in each other's space around the home and there's separation now. It's going to be quite painful. And she's going through a transformation now, a transition of having to release something. Which one do I want? I'll do that again. Sorry. I make such a mess with these. That's this one. Okay, so let's do this. So darkest fears, right now, the divine feminine is not in a good headspace, okay? We've got the darkest fears, which is reversed. It usually represents mental stress, concern, worries, mental burdens, basically. I mean, darkest fears. I mean, it's your worst nightmare coming true, okay? So currently right now, the divine feminines are either stewing in their mind space, right, in their head space, and what they're doing is becoming quite down and depressed. That's the feeling that's coming through in this, because they're reliving something in their mind. And what's it around? Yeah, it's around the lesson. There's something that's happened. Now, this is the Hierophant, okay? This would be a Taurus. So we're dealing with a Taurus divine feminine, perhaps, or a divine masculine. It's definitely around, and the death card, is Scorpio. Can be around that as well. This is the Hierophant, which is usually around commitment. It's about lessons. It's a higher lesson. It can be someone who could come in as like a counselor. The divine feminines might be seeking or might need to seek some kind of respite, some kind of counselling, some kind of shoulder to cry on. You know, that's the kind of thing going on. But being reversed as well, I feel like some divine feminines are really alone. They're not reaching out for this help. They're just going around and around in their minds, and they're trying their hardest to release this. Wow, it's heavy energy on both sides, okay? I just wanted to pick one more regarding that for her. Yeah, there's challenging times right now for the divine feminines. This is the 5 of Wands, feeling that there's a competition going on, like she has to compete to get ahead in life, or maybe is feeling like she has to compete if there's another person in the Divine Masculine's life, feeling she has to defend herself with her shield, and is ready to go into battle. Now, that is the feeling on one side of the coin, but on the other side, she's kind of feeling, well, she's definitely feeling defeated here as well. We've got 2 5s for the Divine Feminines. This is really, oh no, we haven't got 3 5s, my God. 5s are challenges and conflicts. She's seriously feeling this conflict and needs this release, this transformation of the Death card. She needs to let something go. She knows she does. Let's have a look at how they're perceiving each other. How is she perceiving? Oh, we did that with the masculine. How is the Divine Feminine perceiving her Divine Masculine right now, please? How does she see him in her mind? All right. How is the Divine Feminine feeling, or sorry, seeing the Divine Masculine in her mind? Right, not that one. She's not trusting him. She sees him as untrustworthy. So reversed, okay? Untrustworthy, and also this is the new beginning. This is the pathway. This would be the Fool. Oh my God, because he saw her as the Fool. He was perceiving her, I think, to be the Fool. She's perceiving him to also be the Fool, okay? So, oh my God. They're both seeing each other as foolish, as taking, like, doing stupid things or saying stupid things. You know, this is how they're seeing each other right now. And that there's no trust between the two of them. She's not seeing that this person or her masculine is trustworthy at the moment. She's not trusting in the pathway, okay? There's sadness. She's actually heartbroken, but how she's perceiving him, and we did see that he is actually heartbroken with the 5 of water. He's actually in a place of regret and sadness and grief, and this is how she's perceiving him to be, is that he is isolated and he is heartbroken. He has the chance to purge this pain and move on in a good, you know, in a good way in his life as well. She can see that he's got the potential to do so. But once again, the Rest and Reconsider card is reversed. This is the 9 of Wands. This is somebody who has to stop before, because the 9s are always near the end of the cycle. The 10s are the end of the cycle, basically. And so she sees that he has come so far on his journey, but he needs to stop and reconsider, and he needs to rest. But it feels to me like he's quite impatient, and also a feeling of giving up, because this is somebody who will... Sorry guys, I've just had a phone call come through. So as I was saying, this is about somebody, well, how she's perceiving her Divine Masculine is that he may want to give up on something, okay? So she sees him as sad, but he's abandoning some kind of goal or pathway he was on. He's not wanting to do that now. And this is the 6 of Cups. This is the nostalgia. But it's also childhood. So it could be around children, that he's dealing with his own children. It could be that he's, you know, looking into his own childhood. Or for some reason, I'm getting psychology for some of them, whether they're actually going into that themselves or they're seeking out counselling regarding... It's interesting. I'm getting like their family issues from the past, their own family, their father issues, that kind of thing could be coming up for some of them as well. But definitely that she's perceiving him to be a father figure as well. That's what's coming through, a father figure. Let's have a look at the challenges the Divine Feminine is currently undergoing. What challenges, because we did see that she's got challenging times going on. She's got in her darkest fears, she's feeling alone, she knows she needs to release something, she's trying to. Challenging times, what is she going through? What challenges are arising for the Divine Feminines? Not being able to have that clear, or that clarity, I should say. All right, there's something that they're not able to see clearly. They're not seeing it clearly right now. There's no insight into a situation. We have the Sacral Chakra, which is personal sexual relationships. I call it sacred sexuality. And the reason I call it sacred is because when you've got a very strong connection with someone who's a very strong soulmate or a twin flame, especially the twin flames together have a very, very strong chemistry. It's unlike anything you've ever experienced. And what I get with this is that for her, she's unable to see clearly I feel like there's some pain or something to heal regarding issues around sexuality. It could be that there's been an infidelity of some sort. She can't get her head around it. She can't see clearly into what's going on there. It may be her own creativity. It can be personal relationships, that kind of thing. I want to keep going into this to see what else this is about. These cards today are just crazy. I'm just having to redo them. All right, hang on. There's this one. Wow, the throat chakra. This is so interesting. She's unable to express what she truly feels. This is the personal feelings as well. And there can be feelings such as, well, if this was reversed, it could be like guilt or jealousy or insecurity or issues around sexuality, like hang-ups, that kind of thing. I don't see that so much, but what I do feel is that she's having issues with clearly being able to express herself around a sexual issue with her divine masculine. There's something going on around sexuality for the divine feminines, and it could definitely be that there's a third party involved or that there's been an infidelity of some sort. Even the divine feminines themselves might have been the one who have, sought out another partner or something along those lines. We're just going to have a look. So some divine feminines are not feeling the deserved reward. They have been having to work on their own. They've had to really do it tough on their own for some time, and they're finding it damn challenging to assert themselves, okay, come into their own sexual power, as well as creatively. Also, it's not just sexuality, but it can be also around money, around that esteem, like being empowered within themselves, feeling strong in themselves, feeling that they're able to be confident and move forward. But being reversed, they're finding it such a challenge to be standing strong on their own. She is feeling alone on her own. She doesn't feel strong right now. She feels vulnerable. She feels left out in the cold. She feels rejected, okay? Something's happened. So it's very hard for some of the divine feminines to assert themselves as to what they actually really want. And some of them have realized, shit, what do I actually really want now? What do I want? See, changing their focus. This is the Five of Cups. This is the stuff that we're talking about regarding what he's feeling currently is this sadness and looking into the past. And she's being advised to change her focus. She's not. She's too busy focusing on this, right? She's in her mind, her heart, her mind, her mindset, I should say. Her headspace is in these stresses and worries and stewing over shit and going over it and thinking, what the actual hell just happened? You know, what the hell happened? Why the fuck has this come up again? You know, this kind of stuff's going on in her mind. And she's finding it very hard to put into words what it is she's feeling. She's the word damaged is coming through. She's feeling damaged. So, what is she actually feeling for her divine masculine right now, considering all this is going on? What is she actually feeling for him? Win or lose. Wow. This is one of the worst cards you can get in the deck. Five of Swords, okay? This is what I think he had come up before, was a Five of Air regarding her. She's not feeling good about him right now. She's not thinking good about him right now. It's like a, give or take, win or lose. I don't really care. She's very neutral. We know deep down she does care, but she's hurt, right? She's hurt. Dreams coming true. She still sees that he's her dream coming true. So these are her deepest desires. She wants her divine masculine. She does. But at the same time, in her mind space, she's like, you can fuck off right now. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want a bar of you. But deep down, you are my deepest desire. Oh, she's not going to tell him that. She's not telling him that. No, she's definitely not telling him that. This is the High Priestess. This is the card that sits back and observes from the shadows, okay? The High Priestess is a psychic, intuitive woman. She's very in tune. She is very, very psychic, very magical, very clever. You know, she'll sit back and observe and listen and wait and watch to see what occurs. Okay, so she's said, it's funny, she's actually said her piece. I feel like she's come out and said what she needs to say, but it's so interesting because she's lashed out, right? But it's so interesting because this is saying, well, she's not yet unable. Her challenge is to be able to assert herself from her deepest feelings here, and have that clarity to come forward and actually say what she really wants to say, but she hasn't yet, and she's not. So how she's really feeling for the divine masculine is that she is, and she hasn't let go, right? She hasn't let go, but she's waiting, standing back, and she's not necessarily moving on this path or creating a new path with him, okay? Strengthening bonds. She's not necessarily trying to start fresh with him or pursue him for anything. She's moving on. Emotionally, she's moving on. So even though she's not letting go and she knows that she loves this person and that they are her deepest desire, at the same time, she's not planting this seed with him. She's not doing that. She doesn't necessarily maybe want this right now. She knows she needs to let go and release this for now. So it's moving on emotionally, seeking another path. This is what she's feeling. And she may even feel that he's doing the same, because we are looking at how she's feeling for him. She may be feeling that he's moving on also. Which I actually think, and this is going to sound really weird and it's probably going to piss a lot of you off, but to be honest, I really feel this is probably one of the best things that can happen at this time. For you guys to have this separation, to get your shit right, okay? Get yourselves sorted out. Get your healing happening. You need healing. You've got to heal yourselves. What does the divine feminine need to surrender right now? What does she need to surrender? What does the divine feminines need to surrender at this time, please? Surrender comparisons with other people. Now, there is definitely someone else involved. This could be somebody that your divine masculine's already with. Could be a karmic partner coming back in. Could be that he's, moving on to be with someone. But the divine feminines have lost a lot of self-esteem. And something's happened where the divine masculines have shunned them in some way or said something ridiculous or whatever it is. It's made her really look within herself and think, man, what's wrong with me? Or they're starting to do that. So it says, keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. The divine feminines have to come into their own power. What else does she need to surrender, please? This full moon. Surrender to divine timing. And there's a full moon in this card. So sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. So if a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Divine feminines have become very impatient with waiting for union, or waiting for this to happen, or waiting for that to heal, or whatever it is. They're so impatient that some of them might have even pushed for this to occur, okay? Even sabotaged it to a degree, because on a subconscious level, they know they need to still balance out karma and deal with other things, okay? And it's all about divine timing, bringing it in, just when things will be, they will be. Now, what does the divine feminine really want from the divine masculine? Did we just say that? I can't even remember now. I think we did. I think we did say that. What do they want? Because I'm getting confused with the feeling for each other and what do they want from each other. She wants that rebirth, that new start with him. Okay, she definitely does want that eventually. This is the Judgment card that he received as well before. And I'm just looking at these quickly because my memory is just crazy. Just trying to see what I'm remembering, what I said. But yeah, I definitely feel that she wants, even if I repeat stuff, I don't care. I'll just do it again. So what she wants is this new start with him. She wants the past to be healed, to be definitely healed, for karma to be balanced between them. Well, she wants that, she doesn't want to have to be the one in control all the time, like taking the lead and having to instigate things. She doesn't want to have to be that emperor role coming into that. This is the Aries energy. She definitely doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want her ego to lead the way either. She doesn't want to be in that headspace of freaking out when things are occurring. She wants to be strong in her power. She wants to manifest like a magician her stability in her life, because she doesn't necessarily feel stable in her own life, let alone with the divine masculine. And she doesn't necessarily want to build a foundation right now with him, but eventually I feel that she does want to have some kind of a fresh start where there's a balance of karma, like they can just put the karmic shit behind them and have this new vitality, have this new energy coming through and this new inspiration. Let's have a look at what action the divine feminine is going to take towards the divine masculine. What action will she take this month? Well, she's not nurturing him, okay? This is the Empress. This is the Taurus, Libra, Aquarius. No, what am I saying? Taurus, Libra energy, sorry. Because Taurus is ruled by Venus. And so is Libra. So the Empress is very much to do with Venus, okay? So it's beauty, it's love, attraction, all those things. It's abundance. And she's definitely not necessarily wanting to put, well, this action she's going to take is that she's not going to put a lot of attention into this connection right now. She's not going to try and make it grow and nurture it and water it and all those things and help it grow. She doesn't want to do that. She's looking at, she's going to be a little bit blasé about what opportunities are available to her. Okay, she's got all these other opportunities. She might even have other love, affairs, or not affairs, but connections that she can go to if she wishes to. There might be offers, other love offers is what I was trying to say. Offers, but I don't think that they're very interested. It's just this opportunity. It's just like, nah, I can't be bothered with that. So she can't be bothered with love either. They're both on the same path. Well, I just did too. So we got the twin flame card, the Four of Fire that we had before in his, reversed again. Joy and stability. It's that foundation. It's that feeling of celebration. She's not feeling that. She's not feeling it. She's finding balance, like prioritizing, like she's going to try and put a lot of her attention and energy and everything into like finding her balance in her life. Within herself, like this, whatever has happened has knocked her off kilter. It's really knocked her off this thing, like this, maybe even the pedestal that she was put on. I don't know. It's just, it just feels like both of them have just crashed down to the ground, and the heart's blocked, right? The heart's blocked. She's not open to love right now. She's not open to love. No, she's not taking the lead. This is a Three of Wands, which usually means that somebody puts out to the universe or manifests, they put it out there, all their projects and plans, and they, selling themselves, like if you're at a job interview, so to speak, and you wanted to really talk highly of yourself and really put it out there, what you want, and you bring it back in, right? It's karma. No, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to take the lead. This is twice now we've seen the card for the word lead. She's not taking the lead. She's not wanting to put her best foot forward, basically, with this connection. She's not interested right now. She's heartbroken. She's rejected. She's that word keeps coming up, is damaged. I don't know if some of you are going to resonate with that, but it just feels like there's damage being done here on both ends. It's not just from him to her. It's not just from her to him either. Like, they've both been damaging each other. Now, what's the spiritual guidance card for the Divine Feminines? What are they spiritually guided to do? Divine Feminines, what are you spiritually guided to do? Wow, hang on a minute. Wow, there's 3 cards there. First one, same as him, letting go. I surrendered joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. Once again, could be a Pisces card with the 2 fish. Excuse me. What we see here is that they're guiding each other. Both of them have to let go of one another at this stage. They have to accept their emotions, allow themselves to move through the currents, right? Move through the emotion regardless of how unpleasant it may be. They have to reveal their radiance. My light illuminates the world. Because a lot of divine feminines are feeling pushed aside. They're in the shadows. They're feeling like it's darkness all around them. They want to hide away, okay? They don't want to reveal themselves right now, but they're being guided to because they have a light to shine, right? They have a light that's shining. Sharing of themselves, right? I am an incredibly generous being. So this is okay to, if they feel they need to close off to the divine masculine to survive, move on, heal, break away from old patterns or whatever it might be in their life. Because with these kind of connections, a lot of triggers come up and a lot of reliving of trauma, all sorts of shit happens. But the divine feminines are closing themselves off to everybody. They're not just closing themselves off to the divine masculine. It's everyone around them. So they're being guided to reveal that radiant light that's within themselves, because once they let go of the connection and are able to let go of the toxic or the toxicity of the connection, right? Not necessarily have to let go of their masculine entirely, but definitely of the toxic shit that's there. And they can reveal in their radiance, because I'm telling you now, revel in their radiance, I meant to say. I feel that the divine masculines have really dimmed the divine feminine's lights. Now, I'm not saying that as in that they've meant to do that. They may have unknowingly done that. Somehow, in some way or some fashion, the divine feminines have come out of this with less self-esteem. They have been pushed under the thumb. They have been treated quite brutally, emotionally and mentally. And so it's saying sharing of herself. She has to realize she's got a lot to offer still, okay, to the world, to others, to her children, to friends, that kind of thing. And for some divine feminines, it may even be another relationship if they're involved or about to be with somebody. They may feel that they don't have anything to give. They don't want to nurture anyone, and that's fine. They can nurture themselves. They have to. Temporary outcome for the divine feminine, please. The temporary outcome. Well, the feelings of being helpless and hopeless are going to lift, which is amazing. So she will see a way out of this dilemma and this pathway that she feels trapped in, okay, in her mind. She thinks it's a certain way it's got to be or whatever. It's going to be lifted from her mind, okay? No, I want to do that again. Let's do this. So what else is a temporary outcome for June for the divine feminines? So yes, okay, she's coming out of this mindset, but there's still going to be a little bit of a delay with healing, okay, breaking free. This is the star energy. There may not be wishes coming true to what she actually had seen in the very beginning, like what she had expected. But there's going to be healing. I do feel there will be healing, but it's going to be in a different way to what she expects. That might be part of that... solar plexus coming into her own power, having energy coming back into her life, putting energy into her own self, her own life, her own healing, okay? Because her energy has been drained by this connection, but it may not necessarily be the divine masculine's fault. It may be that she's also just put so much attention and energy into this that she's drained herself through this as well. Or something that she's dwelling on, okay? Because we can see that she's dwelling on something as well. This is not to take it away that, okay, yes, he's done something, said something, all that kind of stuff as well. But at the end of the day, the divine feminines are in charge of their own healing. Someone can damage us, but, it's up to us to do our own healing at the end of the day. And that's what she's going to do. So seeking the truth. Truths have been revealed. The truth is being revealed. It may not necessarily be pleasant, but they're being revealed, seeking the truth now. The veil has been lifted, okay? So I do feel that truths have been revealed to the divine feminine. She's also finding truths, like she's a truth seeker. Yeah. So once again, still learning self-love, okay? Not necessarily feeling inspired to share herself, her heart, her emotions with another, but definitely learning to come into her own power of healing and giving herself that nurturing energy that she needs to. Okay, let's do this again. Now, let's have a look at the 5D message that the divine feminines want the divine masculines to know right now. What's the 5D message from the Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine? Through my lessons, I've become stronger and wiser. Because you guys have had a bit of a journey together, I feel. There's definitely been a journey. Ups and downs. Wow, ups and downs. We've been meeting in dreams, okay? I often think of our last intimate times together. That's what she's doing. Wow, quite a few came out here. Be patient. And I really do care. So, yes, these are all the things she's saying. She thinks of the last intimate together. She does care. She's asking him from her heavenly, her higher self, because there are very much celestial beings in the 5D, okay? All this other drama and 3D crap is just non-existent in the 5D. So now let's see what else this is about, please. What's the main theme here? Spring blossom. She's going to grow through this, and she wants the Divine Masculine. She's also reminding him that through these lessons, they both will grow. And also that in springtime, it's going to be a very significant time for the both of them. There may be a reunion. There might be some kind of healing that's done through that time. And I feel like in that time, they can both emerge, okay? They're going to both emerge out into the open and be stronger within themselves. I don't feel a cut off completely. I just feel like a backing away, doing their own thing for a while, getting strong in themselves, healing themselves, and not so much taking this too personally. Some things have to be said between the two of them at some stage. I do feel it will be, and the air will be cleared. And I do feel like there can be this healing in the heart chakra between the two of them as well. So I hope that's really helped you guys. And as usual, I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.